Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here. I just dashed down a coffee. It's really funny because I did the first reading without coffee and I went to do the second one. I went, God, I haven't even had a coffee yet. I have so much energy this morning. I don't know what's going on. I did have a healing session yesterday with the lovely Brenda, and I feel like Brenda, I don't know what you shifted in me, but I am absolutely full of energy this morning. So I want to say a big thank you here, and I hope you don't mind that I'm announcing that over my channel, but I just feel fabulous, fantastic. Life really feels good this morning. Fitting me like a glove. All right, bonus reading. We're going to use the Connolly Tarot for your bonus reading if I don't bounce out of the chair. So obviously I had a lot more satisfying sleep last night, which is really good. All righty. It's funny, isn't it? Because we were talking about this yesterday. I was talking to somebody about the whole healing process, and hello to that person too. You know, sometimes we feel like we are constantly healing. You're constantly working on ourselves, and for some of us, we've been doing that for a very long time. I don't really know if it's, it wouldn't obviously be normal to anybody who wasn't on the spiritual path, because they may not recognize they have things to heal. Whereas for most of us, we recognize it in our patterns or the things we do, the things we say. It's really funny because up until now, I've been working a lot on the spiritual side of myself, and now I'm being led to work on the more physical side of myself. And I think that's quite interesting that I've done a bit of this transition into the food side, eating clean. And, just sort of looking at other habits you have. And I guess for many of us, I don't have a lot of what I would see as bad habits. Maybe I'm seeing them wrongly. But certainly, many of us do not pay attention, or we may eat reasonably healthy, but we don't really watch the foods we eat, that type of thing. So there seems to be this shift at the moment to move in that direction. I also feel there's been a bit of a shift in our thinking, and it's happened with a few people that have written to me over the last few days, with a bit of a shift in the energy. I feel like this is something to do with possibly moving into not so much a new year, because it's only a time, but moving into some sort of new energy coming through, where we're being really led to, I don't want to say clean up our act. And I don't want to sound negative, but it's almost like this energy of reviewing, life reviews. So it'll be interesting to see what's happened. I've had a few emails, a bit of correspondence from people, who've sort of expressed the same thing. So I guess there's many of the people out there who are feeling this at the moment. All right, let's get on with this reading and see where this one's going. Okay, there you go, end of negative thinking. So this sort of feels to me like much the energy of this understanding, this negative thinking, understand this focusing on things in your mind and actually sort of, I don't want to say stopping the manifest, but you're slowing down the manifestation of things by overthinking them, over worrying about them, constantly going around in your head about them. And the thing is, many people don't realize how exhausting this is. So if you're in say, for example, a really bad job, and you hate your job, and you're constantly thinking about how much you hate your job, it makes it very difficult for you to manifest another job or another out there. Because when you're thinking all the time, that's where all of the energy is going into here. And of course, thinking doesn't do it for you. For some unknown reason, some people do believe that manifestation is thinking, and it's not. It's actually the complete opposite. It's putting the intent out into the universe, deciding what you want, focusing on what you want, but then allowing that overthinking about it to go. Because you need that overthinking energy to manifest what you want. So it's sort of a bit of a misconception that, thinking about it will bring it in. thinking about it actually sort of slows the energy down, because all of your body's energy is going into the brain, so you can get really tight. So say, for example, you've got a big event that's happened, maybe something quite negative, maybe something quite demanding, like a job, and you're worrying about how you're going to do that. How am I going to get out of this job? Will I get another job? Do I have to come here every day? I hate coming here every day. We've all been through it. And what happens is, when that mind is ticking, 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 the energy from your body, from your essentially your being, is all going in here. It's not going out to the universe. So there's this very big push here to move aside this energy and start to understand that overthinking is probably pulling back your energy and not allowing it to go into manifestation. How do you do this? Look, it's different for everybody. It's like I said in the What's Cracking reading. For some people, it's about finding an exercise program so you can rest your mind for a while. If you're using the energy physically, it's very, very difficult to think while you're doing things. For others of you, it could be about learning a practice such as mindfulness. And I don't really like the mindfulness, because it's about making your mind empty, not full. It really is about you understanding how to quieten the mind. So meditation is really good. But actually, one thing that is really fabulous that a lot of people don't do is sing. And I find singing very, very cathartic. So I sing, in the car. I sing when I'm doing things. I have the music going. I sing a lot. And despite the fact in the past I've been told I can't sing, I don't really care. For me, it is some way of letting out that energy and staying out of my head. So it helps me to focus. And I feel like this is what you're being asked to do. The universe here is saying there's some sort of healing around this energy. Some sort of change that's required or needed by you allowing the ending of this. The Star card is about hope and faith. We have the Seven of Swords here. And the Seven of Swords is a card of trying to get away with something. There is some sort of energy here of trying to release something here that really doesn't serve you. So maybe there are people here who do believe that the thinking is it's necessary to get what you want. So there's this sort of energy of not doing what you need to do to get the results. And that's the Seven of Swords energy. It's like ignoring something or the ghosting of something, trying to sort of get away with doing the things you need to be doing to manifest what you want here. Very interesting, I just saw that. All right, so this is about really, the Page of Wands is messages coming through from the universe. It is a messenger card. It doesn't do anything. It's messages. And sometimes it can be a physical message like a text or an email. But at other times it can be just getting like epiphanies through, getting sort of little hints through, this is the universe speaking to you here. This is about self-investment. It's about finding your religion, finding what makes you tick. And if you're overthinking things in your head all the time, you don't have the time to invest in you. That energy is just wasted, totally wasted. And a lot of people do say to me, it's really difficult to stop overthinking. Yes, it is, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. Does that mean you'll stop thinking? No. But when you start to do the overthinking, which is very different to normal thinking. So normal thinking is, what am I going to have for breakfast this morning? Where am I going to go? Do I need to go in my car? Do I need to take the train? What do I want to do with the day? I've got a few hours to spare. That's all normal thinking. What overthinking is when will I get a new job? How long will that take? Do you think I'll get another one? Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't find another job. Where am I going to go? Who will have me? That's the overthinking. And when you're overthinking, it very often is negative. So let's keep going with this. Six of Pentacles coming through. This is co-creating with the universe. I always see this card as co-creating. I mean, it talks about a lot of things, but for me, it's very, very much about working with the universe to bring in what you want. This is, I do the things I need to do so that you will bring in the things that I would like to have in my life. So it's sort of a little bit like manifesting, but it's also understanding that the universe is on your side. It's working with you. It will not deny you what is rightfully yours. So there's very much this energy of putting in to take out. Reciprocated. Okay, so we have the High Priestess here. This is really beautiful energy. Look at this, 9 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. How amazing that little runner cards is. Little runner cards here. The High Priestess is about your intuition. Okay, so if you are overthinking things, for example, it leaves very little room to trust in the universe. And the High Priestess is telling you here that the universe is waiting to bring things in for you. But you have to quieten your space so that it can bring you the messages that you need. Not only is this about co-creating with the universe, it's about bringing yourself into the perfect version of yourself. This is about being in the right place, right time, having what you want, feeling confident, being your own skin here, so that you can start bringing in what you want in your future. So beautiful energy, beautiful, beautiful energy. Some of you are trying to manifest here, but maybe you're overthinking the fact that it's not happening. And I want to say to you, your ships are coming in here. Things are coming your way here. But this energy needs to go into becoming who you are. Not overthinking an event, not overthinking an outcome. Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is definitely about something that you need to put work into. Ace of Pentacles coming through with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's just talk about the Queen of Pentacles for a while, because she's an absolute example of standing in your element, of being connected to the universe, of being connected to source. She's very grounded. She's happy to live with the earthly pursuits. She is, someone who takes care of herself. She's always, for me, the closest queen to Mother Earth or Lady Gaia. She is who we are in essence. There's a brand new start coming in for you here. A brand new start about to happen. Something is about to change in your life and bring in what you've been waiting for. This is just about you focusing on yourself at the moment. Focusing on why you're not trusting. Focusing on your own intuition and allowing that overthinking, that monkey brain to go to rest. They're waiting for you to manifest something here. They're telling you you're doing it, even though you can't see it. Wow, okay. Interesting energy. I thought something was about to happen here. Okay. We are going to just check out the mini read, and I'm going to come back for a reshuffle. This is about you letting go of some sort of illusion. All right, so something that you're doing here, this overthinking, this staying in your head all the time, the not trusting the universe, that has to go. It's no longer serving you here. So when Spirit is saying let go of your past, this is a learned activity. Remember, this overthinking is something you have learned. It's a survival mechanism. It is worry, it is negative, it is fruitless. It just blocks you. There is some sort of healing that you need to be doing because you're in denial here about this. So maybe a lot of you think that overthinking is a normal thing. Maybe a lot of you don't realize it's reactionary. You think it keeps you safe. It actually takes your power away. So it's good to learn how to work with it. And it does take a little bit of work to free yourself from that energy. But it's 8 of Swords energy. It's being trapped in that thinking. And thinking that's the only way you can do it. So there's definitely some sort of ending coming through here because the universe is trying to get you to understand what I always see as your own religion. I guess that just a little bit of explaining why I see it as your own religion. Religion is something that we all believe in, but it's something deep within us. It's not about a commercial thing. It's not about being, believing in, some sort of Christian idea. This is about your religion, your spirituality, your deeper depths, your intuition, your part of yourself that you really understand, the deepest part of yourself. And this is about finding that here. But what the universe is saying is we can't bring you messages when your mind is crammed with things that are not serving you. So you need to find your inner peace here so that we can bring you the messages through and help you to work with this energy. Wow, this is a really different reading today. I had a lot of trouble with overthinking. It's an anxiety thing. It's part of anxiousness. And it is part of wanting to control. It's a control mechanism. And it's what we've learned in childhood that keeps us safe. It keeps us safe because if we're thinking about it all the time, somehow we're making it come true. And it's actually the opposite to that. Quietening your mind is a little difficult to start with. But once you get used to it, you really understand that you don't even try to control your thinking. You don't even try to control it. And once you stop controlling it, it just automatically goes. And then you only think your normal thoughts. I hate the word normal. You think your everyday thoughts, I better brush my teeth, I better get in the car. I mean, I'm not saying you don't think about things, like you might have a puzzle or an enigma or, perhaps a TV show that you've watched that will get you thinking about that. That's all normal thinking. The overthinking is the unhelpful, controlling thoughts, which really don't belong in your head. They are using all of your energy, and you need the energy for this manifestation. But I feel like here with this Tower card, something is coming to many of you to help you shift this. And that's what I said. There's a shift coming. I can feel it. Look at this. End of the cycle. End of this cycle. So for those who are listening, who are sitting here saying, oh, but I don't know how to stop it. Stop thinking that you can't stop it. You can. All right. Queen of Cups coming through behind here. Okay, so the Tower is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and there's that Page of Wands again. Beautiful. Okay, you are stuck in some sort of cycle of illusion. Somehow along the way, and again this comes from something you've learnt very young, there is this energy of feeling you can control your universe by thinking about it. Think about that for a moment. So somehow or another, you need to hold on to this control to feel that you have control in the world, where in effect, it's the complete opposite that gives you control. The letting go, the allowing. So there seems to be some sort of energy here of this illusion being broken down for you. The universe is trying to get you to move into a new start here. And the Tower is coming in because there are some of you who are not seeing the way. But I feel very strongly the universe is about to show you the way here. There is something either being said to you or messages being brought to you, or it may be a message that's coming to you to help you understand that you need to take this mask off here that you've worn for such a long time. This mask is the energy of, this is who I am, so overthinking's a part of me. Strip that away. It's no longer a part of who you are. There's a decision here to understand what the universe wants you to do by allowing them to work with you rather than fighting against it. So this is about giving up control. It's about allowing now things to happen the way they're supposed to happen, not trying to control them. It's almost like this chariot energy here, like holding on to the reins so tightly here for fear that if you let go that the carriage will go out of control. Good example here. I don't know if any of you watched The Dog Whisperer, but a lot of people when they're walking their dogs tighten the chain. And when the chain is tightened, the dog fights against the chain. So people are saying my dog's out of control. But what he showed them was by loosening the leash on your dog, by allowing the leash to be loose, your dog is more controllable. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but just think about it. When the leash is tight, the dog fights against the tight leash. When the leash is loose, the dog has nothing to fight against. So it allows, it behaves, it just does what it needs to do. But when the leash is tightened, it's like being a rebel and fighting against things. And a lot of you are fighting against the universe here and not bringing in what you want because you're focused on what you want and you're fighting against it, thinking somehow having this control will bring in what you want. All right. That's a very different reading. Both of them were a little bit different today, so quite interesting. All right. Earth healing has come through for you. Card 38. We're healing the earth here. So you're part of a... Oh, look, I've gone straight to the page. You're part of a collective, you see. You are making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters. And you will be supported. The earth recognizes you. She sees you as a conduit from which is fed higher frequencies of light, love, and divine presence. This assists her on the journey of her own evolution. Earth is an exceptionally beautiful and powerful divine being in her own right, yet she, like every other being, benefits from the assistance of higher frequencies, which offer a loving hand to help her raise her vibration and continue her evolution. This is really interesting, because I feel like this is something that everybody has got to sort of start understanding. Your presence here is needed and honoured. So this is very much about your contribution. So somehow here, if you're not overthinking, then that means you're raising your vibration. And in raising your vibration, that means that everybody is raising the vibration by thinking less and trusting more. There you go. So in fact, what's happening here is universal. It's going to help shift the universe. I'll leave you with that. That's very deep. Thank you.